It's a good day today. It's a little bit rainy.
It is a little rainy.
Yeah, it's a little rainy, making me feel a little bit
But we
tired.
talked about Amy just took class.
I did.
She just took a Pure Barre
That's
class.
the reason
Good for
why
you.
I'm like all wearing.
And I've been teaching classes,
Yes.
so I taught the early 5:30 this morning, and it was like torrential downpour for the 5:30 and 7 a.m. But I was telling them, I was like, this is one of the best. I like these kind of days.
Yeah.
Whether or not people are always like, I hate rain, but it's actually really fun. I get more stuff done.
Yeah.
Indoors than
Well, I think
there's nothing else to do.
Right, it gives you a reason to stay put. It's always
have to
very
do your
cozy.
paperwork.
And the class I just took was packed to the brim, so
I know.
everybody was ready to
they
go.
were ready. They wanted to
Yeah.
come inside
Yes.
and do some work. And we're also in challenge season too.
Right.
Challenge season, baby, always.
So we
Always
got
on my
the
journey.
we got the wellness part of the day taken
We
care
did,
of.
and we did. We got the wellness part, and we did some self love.
Yeah.
So you did. I was I was doing my job.
Right.
That's
I
not
know,
really, but it is fun.
sometimes self-love.
It's
sometimes
great.
self-love. Oh,
I love it.
I wanted to tell everybody, do a little housekeeping, because we got as we sometimes do, bite off a little more than we can chew. And so we decided that we are going to continue.
We would love to do our Friday sessions.
We're going to do our Friday session.
Just not every
Friday. So what we're going to do is the Friday that the video comes live, we're not going to do an Instagram live. But then the opposite Friday, we are. And we'll talk about what the video was the last Friday.
We just get so
I know
excited.
we do. And we want to spend time with you all.
We do, but it is really hard actually, because we're working on Fridays too. That's why we're like, it would be so easy. Like, you're next door and I'm next door. And then we're like, oh, we have clients.
There's things. There's people.
We open up our doors
and,
at noon.
So not that we don't want to spend time with you guys, but
we would much
we're
rather
going
do that.
to we've maneuvered this so every other Friday. So this Friday a video is going to drop, and then next Friday we're going to do an Instagram live.
But see, that's great, because
Yes.
every Friday you still get
see
a little
us.
piece of us.
You see us.
You see us.
You see us.
And we actually see the real us today. So,
Right.
like, this is,
Right.
I mean, we're always, like, typically chill, but this is, like, our hardworking.
Right.
This is our look.
This is our getting the day started.
Got my hat.
I know.
Surprised I don't have my hat on backwards. I'll put
I
it
know,
on
yeah,
backwards
there
for
you
this,
go.
too. This is
Yeah,
normally,
because-
when I'm teaching, this is normally how it looks.
I know. I know. I've
You
seen
just gotta rage, you know what I mean?
Right. You need to turn the hat backwards for the discussion for today.
I do.
We're getting down to it.
Ugh.
Patience.
Are we? It's a virtue.
It is a virtue. It is a virtue. And you know what? As I was thinking about this as before we came on, and I am going to say that I am much better at being patient now than I have been probably in the last 10 years. It's hard for sure. And honestly, you know how when you think about it, like pendulum swings, like you're like so not patient on one side, and then it kind of goes to the middle. Sometimes I feel like I may even be like over here, like giving too much time.
Right.
When I'm like, well, I'm just being patient. Well, no, I'm not. I'm, maybe not seeing the writing
Time's
on the
up.
wall.
Time's up.
Time's up. So
It's hard to adjust. It's hard to feel the balance, especially if you've never felt it before. I
Yeah.
know I personally have been horrific at patience. And so I'm just starting to learn what that other side looks like.
Right.
And actually giving myself time and giving myself that space to feel the patience.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought of today at 3 a.m. when I woke up to teach my 5:30 class was like patience. Okay, so we're supposed to be learning more patience all the time.
Right.
What does that mean to you? It looks different for everybody.
Sure.
What I found out about what patience means to me is a self-reflection of how far I've come.
correct. That's a good one.
It was heavy this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah.
All of a sudden, I couldn't go back to sleep.
Yeah,
So I was
right.
like, well,
Then
I'm
your
up.
head
Yeah.
is spinning.
So yes, like your patience can be can be viewed with self-reflection because I'm always running.
Yeah.
I always am going fast. I'm always saying yes when I should be saying no. I'm always doubling up when I should be, you know, doubling down. Like I shouldn't be. It's really hard to explain. I hope everybody at home kind of understands what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people, even women in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're in the career world, if you know you are a mom, if you're a single mom, or you've got a partner, if you don't have any kids.
Right.
It is the fact of saying no or just, you know, keeping going to having that patience. What does that mean? It's just so different for everybody. And so self-reflection for me on the past of how far I've come, I feel like gives me more grace to myself.
Right.
To say, wow, you've really done the work. So take pride in the work.
Right.
And it will come.
Right.
Everything that you've accumulated, everything that you've gotten to, the person that you are today was because you worked so hard before. And that took time.
Right.
And it took patience, even though I didn't feel like I was giving patience.
Right. I completely agree with you and resonate. All that resonates with me from you. I think when I started learning patience, because we are very similar in that regard, that we want it like done.
Hustling, baby.
And when I started really appreciating being patient was when I was waiting for something really big to happen. And I wanted it done right then. Like, why isn't this going faster? Why isn't this happening faster? And when I realized that if it had happened faster, some information would not have been revealed to me. That I needed to make decisions about what I needed to do to go forward.
Yeah, and or learn from the experience.
Right. And so I'm like, holy crap. If it had happened the way that I wanted it to happen, I would not have had all this absolutely important information that I needed to make decisions about how I was going to go forward. And that's when I really started appreciating this and being like, okay, I've got to appreciate in the divine timing that it's not always, you know, the way I want it, and that I need to be open and accepting of all the information, because what I truly believe is that if it was supposed to happen, then it would have. Right? If it was, and so if it's not happening, then it shouldn't be happening. Then it will at some point, but you gotta be patient for that information to reveal itself over time.
Definitely, patience is so hard.
It is.
It's so hard. But then, you know, I look back, it's like, and so I hope maybe all of you guys, you know, when we're sitting here talking about this, can look back on the last, even like 6 months or 2 years or 5 if you want to, and see how far you've come. I looked at also too, there was some post earlier today, and it was like, if I told you that you'd be in the same place that you are now 10 years from now, you wouldn't like it.
No.
So what's the problem with the change today?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I mean, my mind was exploding at 3 a.m. Right. It really was.
You should have called me. We could have done it today.
Should have already done it.
Seriously.
I mean, for real. And I was just like, wow. I mean, you know, you have to have patience in everything that you do. Again, divine timing, it is actually such a true thing. Whatever you believe in, it is so real. But it's also, too, you know, you have to be prepared to change whatever that change may take you to. Like Amy said, it may have been something that you really wanted right then and there, or, you know, it's now.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case in the journey in the life that you were meant to lead, even though you think it.
Right.
At that point.
Right.
You do have to take some time, but also, too, be prepared for whatever change is coming, because it may not be
what you thought it was going to be. Yes. And to...
Dang, that's happened so many times.
I know. And to sit in that, and not get antsy or anxious or all ramped up is also a big challenge because
Definitely.
because for me, my go-to is what can I do to make that happen?
Right. You're a fixer.
I'm a
We're
fixer.
fixers.
Yeah.
We like to fix things.
No, I'm not.
I am.
No, I'm kidding.
I was about to say, I definitely am. Maybe I'm just pushing that outward to you. But I know you're a pretty good hustler. And it's always like, we're like, oh, we got it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
I know.
Oh, no,
We'll
no,
do
that's going to
these
happen.
Instagram
Got
posts
it.
every Friday.
We totally have it in the bag.
I know.
But that's it. I mean,
Right.
literally, that is real
Right. No.
life.
Yes, for sure. I'm a fixer.
That's so
And
funny.
so even when I realized that I appreciated that the things were being revealed to me as they needed to be or as they should be revealed to me, there was still that push in me to say, well, what can I do to make it happen faster?
Yeah.
What can I do to make it happen faster? And to be able to sit back and say, okay, you've got to just enjoy this ride.
Yeah.
You've got to enjoy this ride.
Ugh.
You've got it. It is, you are supported. The information is going to be revealed to you. The steps are going to be revealed to you. You just have to be open to accept it. And as I'm talking, those are the things that I'm saying to myself in my head.
I'm listening to you.
So,
Like,
so that I don't get like the Tasmanian devil
Yeah.
and just start swirling out of control.
Yeah, it's so hard. Listen, I mean, we're all human. I love it. I love that you can be honest and open about it. And we've all done it. We've all, said to other people, like, you can do this, or have
Right.
have that patience, have the time, and you've got this, and encouraging. And it's so hard to remember that for yourself.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nice to be able to like sit here and talk openly about it and be like, all this stuff,
Right.
I do want to hear, and
Yeah.
that's what I want to say, and that's also what I want to hear too. So it's really
Well,
cool
and I
to
think-
have like a check.
I think too, like what you were saying is that when you look back and realize when being patient served you,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it easier when you get in a twirl to recall that and say, okay, when I was this way before, it ended up in this way, and it was a good thing. And so if I can do that again, then it's gonna just kind of compound and compound and compound. For me anyway, that's the way that it worked. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, really in practical way, like, oh my gosh, if this had happened the way that I was wishing and hoping and praying,
You'd be in a different place.
it would have been a not good thing.
Yeah.
And so
Kind of funny how everything works out,
yes,
doesn't it?
yes, and I do worry sometimes, really and truly, that in certain cases that I've been too patient.
I wish I had that. That's why I admire you so
Well,
much.
I don't know. I mean, I really think, thinking that, being able to be patient, but know when it's time to not be.
Yeah.
Because I really and truly, that is my struggle right this
And
moment.
what is the, also too, something I just thought of is, what is the anxiety that you're feeling coming from? Is it coming from you being too patient and or not patient enough, and or is it because you need that change of something different? So there's so many, when you said anxiety, it totally triggered me, because that's how I get.
Yeah.
And I sometimes have to like sit back and
Right.
give myself that time, because there might be anxiety coming from the fact that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing,
Right.
because I am being pulled in another direction, in another purpose, and or it is because I don't want to sit in it. I just don't want to sit in it, and so then I'm like, oh man, I have to sit in it.
Right,
But
right. No, and I think
so
that's probably
different.
true. And just to sort of come back just a second, to step back, I think for me, when I am being too patient, I need to recheck my worthiness and say, okay,
yeah, that's great.
yeah, is being too patient honoring my worth?
Right, absolutely. I love that.
And if
I love
it's
that.
not, then I got to get over the anxiety of sitting in this, uncomfortable thing that I can't control.
I don't like it.
I know.
But it's also good too, I love that. I love going back to that, to finding your self-worth. I think that's so good. And then also too, if you have someone to you can trust, once you take that moment, you got to take it for yourself. Really sit in it, literally.
Yeah.
Try and dive into where that feeling is coming from of uncertainty. And if you really can't figure it out, or if it really doesn't hit a button for you, finding that safe space or that safe place, maybe a podcast, or maybe a person that you trust and know, I think is really valuable too. And it doesn't have to be a negative thing per se, or you do that. We talk about that because sometimes we all get excited as humans and we all want to have that conversation on, I would do this and I would do that, and it's so great to see that, but knowing and being comfortable in who you're talking with,
of course,
and having that, like that, well, have you tried it this way? And it's like, oh, there it was,
right,
ding. So if you've got somebody like that, or if you don't, or listen to the podcast, listen to your friend.
Yeah. And we've talked about that before too. Oh gosh, listen to yourself. That's like the biggest thing. I think a lot of times we get so busy that we get busy enough that we don't have time to even listen to ourselves.
I purposely make myself busy so I don't have to do that. Now that is real. That is Amy's dying right now because that's the most vulnerable comment I think I could have ever made. It's true.
I do the same thing.
I'm like,
and when you have to stop and sit
and then you're like, oh no. It's even worse because you didn't take the time before.
I know.
And now you're even deeper in the pit, and you're like, I'm just gonna wallow in all this mud of just uncertainty and indecisiveness and anxiety.
I know. But be patient, knowing that you're gonna figure out how to get out of that hole.
Take a breath.
Wallow in it. You're gonna figure out how to get past that hole. Hey, isn't it that that we say, right? You see the first time you see the hole you don't see the hole in the sidewalk and you fall in it.
Oh my gosh!
And then you're trying to figure out how to get out. And then the second time you see it and you walk around it, but then there's somebody down there saying, "Hey, come down here with me."
Yeah, jump right in. Yeah, and then it's like slow and steady. Until finally you look at that hole and you're like, I ain't going down that hole no more.
I'm not going there.
I still jump in the hole sometimes.
It takes time. It takes time, but trust that you will figure out that hole is there in the sidewalk and you will go around it, and that you have the patience to figure out why you're drawn to it, why it's calling you.
It does not have glass on it. You cannot step over it. Tried that one too. Tried it, doesn't work. But
so take a few minutes to think about patience and think about what it means to you and how uncomfortable it makes you feel, and maybe
I think that's why we're laughing.
And maybe why
we do get uncomfortable.
And trust that that timing of whatever it is that you're impatient about, that it will be revealed to you at some point.
Yeah. Gotta be, right?
Gotta be.
And it's on
Gotta
time.
be. That's right.
All right, guys.
Have a good day.
Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.